America, we are back, baby. Welcome to another episode of America Unfiltered. We got a great show for you guys tonight. We have a bunch of fun, different things to talk about today. I want to talk about Trump and his speech he had with Mark Levin and Miriam Adelson and a bunch of different people at the White House. I mean, this was fucking insanity. I don't know if you guys saw this, but Mark Levin, little brother Trump, put his arm around him, even though Trump's a bigger guy. And he goes, Trump is the best Jewish president we've ever had in America. Did I miss something? Did I miss Trump's bar mitzvah? Did I miss when Trump turned Jewish? I thought Trump was a Christian president. What the fuck happened? This is insane right now. We have a president who is shilling for Israel so fucking much that we have Mark Levin saying that he is the first Jewish president in America. Absolutely absurd. And then not only that, we had Miriam Adelson say that she talked with the pedophile lawyer Alan Dershowitz. Alan Dershowitz was Trump's former lawyer as well, and O.J. Simpson's former lawyer. But Miriam Adelson talked with the pedophile lawyer Alan Dershowitz in Israel and said that they figured out a way for Trump to do a third term. What the fuck is going on here? They also said they would throw an extra $250 million Trump's way if they were able to make it happen. Does this please anybody? Is this what anybody wanted, for us to be a conquered people? We are owned by a small nation the size of New Jersey, thousands of miles and an ocean away, and somehow we cannot break free from them. It's absolutely fucking absurd. We're going to talk about that today. I also do want to talk a little bit about the fall off of Candace Owens. I predicted this. I knew it would happen. Candace was going to have her private meeting with Erica Kirk, and then during the meeting, I'd imagine Erica Kirk threatened some form of a lawsuit to Candace Owens, said that it was malicious, or I don't know what was exactly said, but Candace Owens seems to have backtracked a lot. We did a live reaction to her show yesterday, and if you guys check the comments, sorry about that, still a little sick. If you guys check the comments on her YouTube, on her Instagram, on her X account, on her TikTok, it's all people saying, Candace, what the fuck happened? Candace, I'm done with you. Candace, you backtracked. We knew this was going to happen. I mean, this was a little bit of a grift that Candace Owens was pulling over everybody. She's still continuing it. But, again, I like that she's doing an investigation. I think someone should be. But at the same time, I think it went way too far. And I don't like the way she was going about it. I repeatedly say the same thing. But you cannot say, and you'll find out more tomorrow when you know today. I don't have to keep telling you guys why. It's just absolutely absurd. Nobody who is credible in journalism does anything like that. But Candace Owens, for some reason, thinks that that's how you're supposed to do things. So we'll talk about that today. We'll show some of the comments under Candace Owens' recent video. And then at the end of the show, the reason I'm doing a later show today is Donald Trump is set to address the nation at 9 p.m. tonight. Right now, it is 8:25, so I'm going to try and zip through these topics, the two topics that we have before that, and we're going to do a live reaction to Donald Trump's address to the nation. People have been speculating all day about what this could be, and I'll show videos of Tucker Carlson saying what he thinks it is. Tucker Carlson seems to think he has a pretty good idea of what this is. He said people in Congress were briefed yesterday that the United States is gearing up for war with Venezuela, and that Donald Trump's address to the nation tonight will be about that. So maybe that's true, maybe that's not. We will find out live on today's show. Very exciting day. Hope you guys are having a, Wednesday? Hope you guys are having a great Wednesday. It's been a busy day over here. I do want to remind everyone to like and smash the follow button. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think about the show. We'll still read all the comments at the end of the show today after the address to the nation. So it's going to be a longer show. Going to be a great show. Please remember to scan the code up in our corner there. That is the Telegram channel for the America Unfiltered show. Stay updated on all things America Unfiltered. If you're in the Telegram channel, you would know we're doing a late show today because I have been in there. I have been updating everybody on what is happening with the show and what is happening in the country. So with that, I do want to get right into the show today. I'm going to take a quick sip of water again. My throat, I'm still fucking sick. I don't know what's going on. It's day 8 of being sick. I mean, this is lasting as long as the Tucker cost. This is insane. I don't know what the fuck I have, what's going on, but I'm feeling better. It's just I'm still a little congested, my throat. I don't know what the fuck it is. But let's get right into the show. I do want to show you guys some videos. I want to talk about all the things that have been happening in the White House with Donald Trump and with this. I mean, there's no better way to talk about it than organized Jewry. That's what we're dealing with here. We're dealing with organized Jewry. Jewish people, and not all of them, but some of them in the media and in government are organizing against America's interests for Israel's interests. They are putting Israel first, not America first. People who are elected to represent Americans are putting a foreign nation above America. And they do it by saying, no, we're just combating anti-Semitism. We're just protecting the Jewish people. No, you are sending American taxpayer dollars over to a foreign nation. You are saying that if we criticize that foreign nation, that we are automatically anti-Semites. You are saying that if we criticize this foreign nation, that we should be put on a list, our lives should be ruined, the ADL should write articles about us. Laura Loomer's talking about bringing back the JDL. Like, what the fuck has this country gotten to? I do want to show you guys these videos, because when you guys see how absurd this shit actually is, there's no denying what we're dealing with. They took the mask off last night. They've done it multiple times. They let it slip. But last night, they were so fucking open with it. So we're going to talk about that. Let me pull it up right here on our big screen. I want to show you guys. And you guys might have noticed, I got a laptop. I finally bought a laptop. I haven't had a laptop in years. Holy shit. But the reason I have it is we're back to doing some live shows. This show is live today, so thank you everyone tuning in live. All the comments in the live chat we will read at the end of the show today. But I just want to be able to monitor the live chat, see if anything pops up in there. So that's why I have this open right here. That's all that is. But let's go right on to the show. Let's talk about what's going on. Let's talk about Donald Trump. Let's talk about Mark Levin. And let's talk about this Jewish coalition that's happening right here in the United States. So right here, let me get my headphones. Mark Levin said Trump loves Israel and called him the first Jewish president to serve 2 non-consecutive terms. Donald Trump is a Christian. I remember Donald Trump specifically saying he's a Christian, him talking about Christians being attacked. But Donald Trump left that all out the window. He doesn't give a shit about Christians. He doesn't talk about Christians being attacked. Apparently, he's the first Jewish president. Is this a shocker to anybody that the guy who has shielded more for Israel than almost any other president is now being called the first Jewish president? He basically is. That's what this is. Donald Trump has bent over backwards for Israel, for Netanyahu, done everything he can to protect the Israel lobby, to embrace the Israel lobby. He hasn't embraced America first, even though that's what he originally ran on. Donald Trump has sold his soul on the idea of America first. Donald Trump has sold his soul. Donald Trump in 2015 stood in front of the American people and said, America first will be our credo. Americanism, not globalism. And then now Donald Trump is like, let's protect Ben Shapiro, Mark Levin, Laura Loomer, Bibi Netanyahu. Let's make sure he gets his pardon. Let's let them do whatever the fuck they want in the Middle East, bombing Lebanon, ethnically cleansing Gaza, and then eventually we will facilitate this war in Iran for them. That's what Donald Trump is doing. He doesn't give a shit that people my age can't afford health insurance, can't afford a house, can barely afford their bills, or sometimes working 2 to 3 jobs and can still barely afford to live life. No, Donald Trump doesn't give a shit about that. Donald Trump doesn't give a shit about the fact that the white man in America is being discriminated against. He's doing almost nothing to stop it. He doesn't care that we're being replaced in colleges or the workplace, even though he says he does. If he actually did, he wouldn't be bringing in 600,000 Chinese spies. He wouldn't be bringing in immigrants all around the country. We literally heard Kristi Noem say out of her own mouth that we have never been bringing in more immigrants than under Donald Trump. Like, what the fuck is that about? Did we vote for that? Did we vote for Donald Trump to bring in all these immigrants, or was it the exact opposite? Voting for Donald Trump has been one of my biggest regrets. And again, I do not wish I voted for Kamala. I just wish I didn't vote. Kamala was a dumb bitch. We don't even have to acknowledge that. Kamala's an absolute fucking retard wine mom. Kamala, she's nothing. Who gives a shit about her? But Donald Trump has been a complete and utter failure. He's been a disgrace to the American people. He has disgraced the American people. Hopefully, in tonight's address to the nation, it is not a incoming war with Venezuela, because, again, one of his campaign promises was, I'm the peace president. I am the president of no new wars. I'm going to end all the wars on day one. Russia-Ukraine's still going. It took 10 months to get a ceasefire in Gaza, although that's still happening. Just the other day, Israel bombed Gaza. Just the other night, they bombed Gaza again. So that's still happening, and it seems like we are imminently going to be in a war with Venezuela, and Iran most likely as well. So I don't know what the fuck happened to the peace president, but it doesn't seem like that actually exists. It seems like that was more of a campaign bargaining chip than anything else. Donald Trump, again, has completely sold his soul on the American people. He does not give a shit about what we want anymore. It's about what his donors want. It's about what the Israel lobby wants. Everybody but us. Donald Trump doesn't care about us, and it's so fucking clear. And if you guys haven't realized it yet, maybe through the rest of this video, you'll feel the same way. But let's watch this quick clip right here. I have 3 different videos I want to show you. We'll talk in between each one. But these videos are about Donald Trump last night at the White House celebrating Hanukkah, which again, I don't have a problem if Donald Trump wants to do that. But what I do have a problem with is the things that were said specifically by Donald Trump, by Mark Levin, by Miriam Adelson, and all the people who were there. So let's watch this quick clip first.
And these people do like Israel.
Hold on. And he loves Israel too.
It's true.
2 seconds. Just 2 seconds. 6 years ago, I was up here, and I said, "This is our first Jewish president."
It's true.
Now he's the first Jewish president to serve 2 not consecutive presidencies. We thank you for.
Do you see the way he's putting his arm around him? Do you guys think that's sending a message a little bit? Do you guys think that is little brothering somebody? Because that's how I look at it. I mean, these are 2 guys who are about the same height. Maybe Trump's a bit taller, but he's going around, he's putting his fucking arm around him. He's like, "You're Jewish. You're Jewish." Like, what the fuck is this?
Everything.
Yes, sir. Bad things happened on the second one. Namely, the election was rigged. And we found out, and you see that happening. But
And you are the greatest president.
Thank you very much.
And God bless you. I miss you.
Do you think if Donald Trump didn't bomb Iran, he would say he's the greatest president? Do you think if Donald Trump didn't protect Israel from the release of the Epstein files, that he would still be the greatest president according to Mark Levin? Mark Levin didn't even like Trump at first. Mark Levin started liking Trump after he took money from the Israel lobby, after he started shilling for Israel. That's when Mark Levin turned. And that's public information anyone can find.
take care of that guy. Take care of that guy.
Yeah, fuck Mark Levin. Mark Levin's such a piece of shit. But I find it so absurd that we have a president who is being little brothered by one of the most disingenuous journalists we have. I mean, Mark Levin he's a shriveled up old ballsack. Mark Levin looks like my left testicle on a bad day. Mark Levin is not only fat as shit, looks ugly as shit, bald as shit, he's retarded as shit, but Mark Levin also doesn't give a shit about Americans unless Americans are helping Israel. And that comes from his own mouth. Mark Levin also hates fucking white people. And some people are like, oh, he's white. No, he's not. He's not white. There's a very big difference. He hates white people. He literally says, if you're European, you have anti-Semitism in your DNA. It's genetic. It is in your DNA. So because my great whatever the fuck was in Italy back in the day, I'm just anti-Semitic from birth. I was born with it, guys. You can't blame me for it. I was born with it. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's like blaming a black guy for being born black. So apparently I was just born anti-Semitic. Apparently I'm just built like that. It's in my DNA. I got ice in the veins. I got anti-Semitism in my DNA, apparently. Now, according to Mark Levin, according to Josh Hammer, according to the Israel lobby within America, if you have European heritage, you are just anti-Semitic from birth. That's what I'm hearing from these guys. That's what they tell us. And it must be true because these guys are always right. I mean, the economy's in the toilet. People can't afford shit. We have car premiums too high, car prices too high, we have health insurance too high, housing's too expensive, rent's too expensive, jobs don't pay enough. But guys, never forget, seriously, I never forget that the biggest problem in this country right now is anti-Semitism. I mean, never get that wrong, guys. It's easily the biggest problem we're facing. None of that other shit matters, right? That's what they want us to believe. That's what Donald Trump says to us every fucking time he stands with these cunts. Every time Donald Trump stands with the people who have sold the souls of Americans for Israelis, that's what he's telling us, that he doesn't give a shit about the problems we're facing. He doesn't care about the problems Gen Z is facing. He cares about himself. He cares about the Israel lobby. He cares about his ego. He cares about Bibi Netanyahu protecting Ghislaine Maxwell from testifying again against him. He cares about himself. He doesn't give a shit about anything else, and it has never been more clear. I want to show you guys the next video I have, because again, this one's so fucking absurd as well. Donald Trump talked about how he has done more for Israel and the Israel lobby than any other president. So we'll go into this. We'll watch this video really quick.
Of the United States, I will always support Jewish Americans, and I will always be a friend and a champion to the Jewish people. I have been. And I will say, you know, if you go back 10, 12, 15 years ago at the most, the strongest lobby in Washington was the Jewish lobby. It
Still
was
is.
Israel. That's no longer true. You have to be very careful. You have a Congress in particular which is becoming anti-Semitic. You have AOC +3. You have those people, Ilhan Omar, she hates Jewish people. And you have to be very careful because there's been a big change. You know, if you go back 15 years ago, I'm not Jewish, but my father was very friendly with many, many Jewish people, was honored.
Oh, so he's not Jewish. He'll just let Mark Levin call him Jewish for show.
By Federation. I would go with him to Federation of Jewish Philanthropies and many other things. And we grew up respecting and loving Jewish people. You know, you don't even think about it. In Brooklyn and Queens mostly. And my father didn't go to Manhattan. He never went to Manhattan from the standpoint. He could never understand how in Brooklyn you could buy a piece of land for $3 a foot and how in Manhattan you had to pay $1,000 a foot. He said, I can't get that. I don't like it. I like to buy it for $3. So it was different. It's a different thinking. In a way, I'm glad he didn't do that because he let me have some of that fun. And I had a lot of fun in Manhattan. We did great. But my father would tell me the most powerful lobby that there is in this country is the Jewish lobby. It's the Israeli lobby. It's not that way anymore. You have a lot of people in your way. You have a lot of people that don't want to help Israel. You have a lot of people in Congress that don't like Israel. You have a lot of people in Congress that, in a way, I think, Mike, we could say it, right? You're there. You're doing an amazing job, Mike Lawler. They hate Israel. They hate Israel.
Good job, guys.
And if you would have told me 15 years ago that that was possible, Jason, I would have said there's no way. There's no way that.
Guys, we're doing it. Guys, we're doing it.
And obviously it's getting
07s.
progressively worse. Less so in the Senate, but the Senate's starting also. You get glimmers, you know, when I'm in the back rooms talking to people, you get glimmers of statements that you say, whoa, where did that come from? So we have to be, Sid, we have to be very careful because bad things are happening. And then you see what goes on in Australia.
Has nothing to do with that.
October 7th. How about October 7th? And then you have people that deny
Stand
it ever
down
happened.
order.
How about the people that deny, like they deny the Holocaust, but you know, you figure, well, that's just many years. Well, October 7th is not many years at all. And you have people that deny October. I saw tape that I wish I never saw it, actually.
Even Charlie Kirk, who is Israel's best goy, still said that they were trying to ethnically cleanse Gaza, said that outright. He even said that there was a stand down order.
Some of you got to see, but as president, I got to see things I wish I never saw. But there's no denying it. But then they'll say, oh, the tape was a rigged tape. It was a tape that never existed. They made it up. It's just propaganda. I don't know if they believe it. I don't think they believe it, but you have to be very, very careful. Bad things are happening, and we're not going to let that happen. While I'm president and the DOJ and Harmeet, we're not going to let it happen, but please be vigilant and careful because you have some bad people that are now in Congress that were unthinkable to be in Congress 12, 13, 14 years ago, 15 years ago. Within
That was the wrong. That's the. I mean, I meant to show that clip, but not at that moment. But still, it was still one of the clips I wanted to show today. Very powerful clip where I want you guys to notice something specifically. Donald Trump is a critic of a lot of those people that he named, and he usually on X and things like that doesn't say it's because they're against Israel, but he let the mask slip right there. And again, he might be against them because they're leftists, but Donald Trump over everything is against these people because his donors tell him these are the biggest critics of Israel. These are the most influential people in their parties, in their districts, in their states, and these are the people we need to get removed from Congress, Senate. And again, I'm not an AOC fan. I find her to be a dumbass bitch. I am not a Ilhan Omar fan. I find her to be a disgusting piece of shit who should leave this country. But none of those things have to do with their views on Israel. Donald Trump doesn't like them because of their views on Israel. And it is very clear. He lets the mask slip for a second. I do want to go on to two other clips that I have. We're going to go a little faster in this show than I originally anticipated because, like I said, we have this address to the nation. It should be happening in about 20 minutes. I'm going to say it's probably going to be a couple minutes late, but I want to be ready on time at 9. So we're going to zip through a lot of this show. Here is another video of Donald Trump.
And I will say, if you go back.
Wait, this is just a cut up of the one we just watched. This is the clip I meant. I'm sorry about that, guys. Here we go.
Miriam Adelson. Do you want to come up, Miriam?
And I want everyone to remember, Miriam Adelson is the person who said that she is Israel first. Miriam Adelson is friends with the pedophile lawyer Alan Dershowitz. Miriam Adelson funded Donald Trump's campaign, part of AIPAC. She gets the money from her deceased husband. They ran a casino, so they preyed on gambling addicts and then took that money and dumped it into American politics to put Israel first over America first. But if you bring that up, you're just anti-Semitic. But Guys, it's impossible for me to be extra anti-Semitic. I was born with it in my veins, apparently. I was just born with it in my DNA.
Come up here, Miriam.
Fuck Miriam Adelson.
Miriam gave my campaign, indirectly and directly, $250 million. She was number one.
She gave my campaign $250 million, and she openly said that she's Israel first. Guys, America's winning. Guys, we're winning. This is, we're fucked. We're so fucked. I don't mean to be black-pilled, but we're fucked. We are a conquered people. The President of the United States is openly admitting that somebody who doesn't want America to succeed over Israel, that someone who says they are Israel first, not America first, gave $250 million towards the campaign. The people don't run politics. The politicians and the donors run politics. The donors, like Miriam Adelson, who he just said contributed more than anyone to his campaign.
Somebody can give
Fucking
you
absurd.
$250 million, I think that we should give her the opportunity to say hello. And Miriam, make it quick.
Give her a one-way flight to
Because
Israel.
$250 million is not what it used to be. Okay? Hello, darling. Come on.
What an ugly bitch.
Incredible woman with a great husband, a man that loved Israel.
Fuck Sheldon Adelson, too.
Well, Mr. President, when you were in the Israeli parliament and you gave a speech and you saw me from far away, at that time I came with a scooter to the parliament just to hear you. I wanted to hear you alive. And then you say, Miriam Adelson, and I stood for a second, but it was so painful, so I sat. Then you screamed, Miriam, stand up! And I wish you would have known, but I stood up and heard all your compliment, and thank you very much.
I saw you back there standing.
Yeah, you saw me.
She stood
Thank
up
you.
bravely.
And now I met Alan Dershowitz, and he said the legal thing about 4 more years, and I said, Alan, I agree with you, so we can do it. Think about it.
Alan's here someplace. Where's Alan?
Alan is here. Oh, he had a flight.
Oh, that's great. The pedophile Alan Dershowitz is in the White House hanging out with the president. That's awesome. That's awesome. The president, Epstein's dead now, so Trump needs a new pedophile to hang out with. Alan Dershowitz is here, though, guys, to save the day. Fucking crazy. What kind of clown show is this? Fucking absurd cult.
Maybe I will be the first one who told you, or second. Yeah.
She said, think about it. I'll give you another $250 million.
I will give.
But her husband, Sheldon, was an amazing guy, and he'd come up to the office, and there was nobody more aggressive than Sheldon. I think I spent more time with him and you, because you usually came up together, but he'd call and say, can I come over, please? I say, Sheldon, I'm president of the United States. It doesn't work that way anymore. It's like maybe tomorrow. How about tomorrow? No, please, just for a little while. And he'd always say 10 minutes. It turned out to be about an hour and a half, right? And what he did is he fought for Israel. That's all he really fought for. He just wanted to take care of.
He fought for Israel, guys. Guys, he lobbied the president to fight for Israel on his behalf.
He just wanted to take care of Israel. So he was a great guy. He was a fantastic man, and he loved you so much he couldn't see straight. So
This is sick.
Thank you, darling. Be careful.
Yeah, that's insane. I have more things I want to show you guys. This is the last thing from Donald Trump's speech from last night that I wanted to show you guys. This is a very quick video. But this one, again, absurd as well.
And, boy, you got some good people. Harmeet, thank you very much. Harmeet Dillon is here. And she sues the ass off of anybody that is anti-Semitic. She's doing a lot of them right now.
So we can't voice our opinions?
Wished they never heard her name, right? They're going to pay a lot of money, right, Harmeet? They're going to pay a lot of money.
Considering anti-Semitism is a working definition means they could change it at any point to fit anybody they want into that definition. Does it make sense that they could sue people for their right to free speech? We have a right to criticize foreign governments. We have a right to criticize organized Jewry, and I will continue to do so. Fuck that. I have a right to free speech, and you will never take it away. I don't give a shit how Jewish your fucking lawyers are. Fuck you. It's absolutely absurd that they want to silence Americans from using the right to free speech, and they think that's going to work? You put a 2% tax on tea, and see what happened after that? Americans don't stand down. Americans stand the fuck up. Americans are here to stay, and Americans will not let our country be rolled over by a foreign nation the size of New Jersey, thousands of miles and an ocean away. I'm fucking sick and tired of being a conquered people in my own fucking country. I'm sick and tired of it, and I will not accept it. I refuse to accept that narrative, and I refuse to accept that outcome. And you should too. You should stand up, use your voice, be as loud as you can, and let them know how dissatisfied you are with this current administration, with their policies, with their combating anti-Semitism narrative, because I'm not going to say it's not real. There is anti-Semitism in the world, but there's a difference between criticizing Israel, criticizing organized Jewry, criticizing the ADL, criticizing Mark Levin, Laura Loomer, Josh Hammer, Seth Dillon, and all these fucking people, and outright saying, like, violent or disgusting rhetoric. There's a massive difference between the two. And they want to call us anti-Semitic if we voice our opinions about any of these things. Like if I tweet out that Israel is bad for America, that's anti-Semitism according to all those people that I just named. According to Donald Trump himself, apparently. Donald Trump is the first Jewish president who has made his entire goal protecting Israel. And it's so fucking absurd. What happened to the God-fearing man? What happened to the Christ-loving president that we thought we had? What happened to the president of no new wars? What happened to the peace president or the president who is going to restore the country of America and save Americans from the debt issues that we're facing, the pricing issues that we're facing, the inflation issues that we're facing, the student loan crisis? No, he made all that worse. He hasn't helped any of it. He's only helping Israel, and it's so fucking clear. I do want to keep moving on. Like I said, we have about 10 minutes until the other thing's supposed to start, so I'm going to rip through the rest of the show. Maybe if we don't get to everything, maybe we'll touch on some of it tomorrow or after the address to the nation. But I want to get over to this. I want to talk about Candace Owens for a second. Candace Owens' audience has come to believe, based on her latest video discussing her conversation with Erica Kirk, that she is compromised and part of the conspiracy to cover up Charlie Kirk's assassination. And then we'll just quickly scroll through some of the comments. I think I just realized we, the people, will never be allowed to know. Transparency is never found in private meetings. That's where deals are made. You don't get to choose when you want This is a quote from Candace Owens. You don't get to choose when you want privacy while you've been making everything public since the beginning. Oh, Candace, that one bit you in the ass, didn't it, sweetheart? Erica goes around giving interviews to everyone and their mama, but you guys can't have a live interview? I find it very funny that Candace was like, no, that day doesn't work for me. I have shit planned. And then if you really like look at the timeline, with traveling to the meeting, 4.5 hours sitting down, traveling back from the meeting, it would have been only like another hour or two extra, a couple hours extra, if she took a private jet and they actually did the live stream like originally planned. That whole thing was bullshit. She was never gonna do a live stream with them. That whole thing was fucking fake. She goes, 4.5 hours of conversation, and yet we, the people, are still confused as fuck. She started with, you guys are all crazy. Once she also said that when you are close to the truth, everyone tried to gaslight you and call you crazy. And this Shabbat Shalom is so off. Yeah, I mean, I think that part was a joke. My advice is to put the phones down and go outside. These people can't be trusted. This is like when my parents replaced my dead goldfish with another goldfish as if I wouldn't notice. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. And then there was even more. I mean, like, holy shit, look at all these guys. I mean, it's so zoomed out, but you guys see my point. I mean, these are all the comments under Candace's post that are like, what the fuck are you doing? You have sold out on us. So Candace Owens, her grift seems to be ending a bit. She's keeping it going, I guess, but it's not working at this point. People realize how disingenuous Candace is. People realize that she has been grifting. And even if she is actually investigating this, which I think she is, I think she knows that a lot of the things she was saying was bullshit, and I think she was threatened with the lawsuit after they gave her proof that a lot of the things she said was bullshit, and they were like, if you continue to target Turning Point USA employees and like Erica Kirk herself, then we will sue you for malice. We will sue you for malice intent. We will sue you for something. I'd imagine that's what happened. And now Candace has backtracked on a lot of the Turning Point USA narratives. Candace has backtracked on the Erica Kirk sass, whatever you want to fucking call it, the slander. And again, Erica Kirk's fair game to criticize. Erica Kirk, the widow, I wouldn't say to criticize that. Erica Kirk, the CEO of Turning Point USA, fair game to criticize. She is the CEO of one of the biggest political organizations in the country. We have every right as Americans to criticize her. It is actually our duty as Americans to criticize people in positions of power who are running major political organizations that drive donations, drive votes. And Turning Point USA is nothing compared to what it used to be. I mean, Charlie Kirk was the brand. And sure, Erica Kirk's there now. They still have some other talent. But Charlie Kirk was the brand. And another weird thing's happening. This other guy, what's his name? Cabot Phillips, something like that. He is going to be doing the campus tours now that Charlie has been assassinated. It comes out that this guy is a ex-boyfriend of Erica Kirk. Like, what the fuck is going on? So they replace Charlie with Erica's ex-boyfriend. I don't know. Erica confuses the shit out of me. I mean, Charlie dies. She grabs ass with fucking J.D. Vance. And then now the ex-boyfriend stepping in. We find out all this new information that I'm sure people could have found, but people just really weren't looking for it when Charlie was alive. But like, Erica was on Summer House, which is like a Hamptons reality show for fucking drug and sex addicts. Like, it's fucking weird. A lot of weird things happening. She knew Trump even before Charlie did. A lot of really odd things going on. A lot of things happening. A lot of speculation there. But again, it seems like Candace Owens has backed off the Erica Kirk and Turning Point USA narrative, and her viewers are not happy about it. And I'll say this. All the Candace viewers who are criticizing me for giving her shit, I'll welcome you back with open arms. Get your apology forms ready. I'm here. I'll accept them graciously. I will be a very nice person about it. I won't give you shit, but just write your apology forms up. Let me know that you're sorry for saying that I was wrong and Candace was right, and we'll be all square. But with that, I do want to keep moving on. I want to show just a couple other things. This is one other thing that's coming up. Didn't realize we didn't have the big screen up. Right here. Tyler Robinson's friends are now coming forward saying that he killed Charlie Kirk. More information coming out showing that Tyler Robinson most likely was the gunman who took the shot. Candace Owens has denied this information. Candace Owens has said that he probably isn't the person who took the shot, that she thinks the entire thing with Tyler Robinson is fabricated. And I agree about the text messages being fabricated. I honestly think those were a little odd. I think there's some weird things in those. I think the fact that that's one of the biggest reasons he got caught is very weird. But at the same time, I do think he is the one who took the shot. I do think that, I mean, there's really no other narrative that makes sense besides Tyler Robinson taking the shot. Considering he turned himself in, the affidavit, his parents turning him in, his friends now coming out and saying that he was the one who took the shot. So I guess we'll find out as more information pours out about this. But this is, again, not looking good for Candace. The more information that comes out about this, the the worse it looks for Candace. So, and again, I'm not celebrating that. I don't want Candace's entire career to fall. I kind of like Candace on some level, but at the same time, I find her to be a grifter. I don't find her to be like that intelligent. I mean, anyone who needs a fucking earpiece in during their show to help with pronunciation and to help with just recalling things, like, come on. I've been doing this for 11 months. You've been doing this for fucking 10 years, sweetheart. Get it together. You don't need a fucking earpiece. You got this. And if you don't got it without an earpiece, go the fuck home. Go be a mother. I think you would be a lot happier just as a mother. And I mean that in the kindest way possible. But with that, I do want to move on to the last two things I'm going to show you really quickly before we go over and we look for Trump's address to the nation. This is about Trump's address to the nation tonight, so good way to end it. Well, fucking killer timing by me. I mean, I guess we got to get into these videos quick, but this is a video from Tucker Carlson where Tucker says what he thinks is going to happen tonight.
Is Trump going to start a war in Venezuela?
I don't know. I don't know when this program airs, the one that we're on right now. This thing's maybe live.
We're live now, and then it'll be posted immediately. So
so
now,
my sense is, I don't know the answer. I've certainly been on the phone a lot about it. I have no power. I'm a podcaster, but I'm very interested. And so here's what I know so far, which is that members of Congress were briefed yesterday that a war is coming, and it'll be announced in the address to the nation tonight at 9 o'clock by the president.
Wow.
Who knows, by the way, if that will actually happen? I don't know. And I never want to overstate what I know, which is pretty limited in general.
Is Trump going to start a war?
But he did just say it, so that's kind of funny. And then, okay, we'll watch as much of this as we can before we have to, let me put it in like 1.25 speed. We'll watch as much of this as we can. And then once it hits 9, I am going to, I'm going to get this address to the nation up, and we'll do a live reaction to that.
Breaking, Tucker Carlson says member of Congress told him Trump to announce war on Venezuela during tonight's presidential address. So, wow. And here he is on Judge Andrew Napolitano's show just about an hour ago.
Is Trump going to start a war in Venezuela?
We just watched this part.
He already did.
I don't know. I don't know when this program airs, the one that we're on right now. This thing's maybe live.
We're live now, and then it'll be posted immediately. So
my sense is, I don't know the answer. I've certainly been on the phone a lot about it. I have no power. I'm a podcaster, but I'm very interested. And so here's what I know so far, which is that members of Congress were briefed yesterday, which is pretty limited. This will be all these stories I'm aware of.
But then
here we go. Here's where Alex Jones and Nick talk about it.
He'll definitely brag about we're blocking all their ships. I think you're right. I think he'll announce we're at war with them, but then just use that as the pressure to have Maduro leave.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it's an invasion. I don't think it's going to be a shock and awe. I think it'll be ground strikes, more pressure, maybe a new policy. And you're right. It'll be perhaps an ultimatum to get Maduro to resign, because I think that ultimately they don't really want to go to war there. I think they want to get Maduro out through pressure only. So I agree with you. I think that's where it's headed.
But they don't have 3 aircraft carriers there for no reason.
Well, but do they have 3? I think they just have the carrier strike group. But this is a classic Trump strategy. He did this in North Korea, too. Back in 2017, they deployed actually 2 carrier strike groups to the Sea of Japan and talked about fire and fury, and my button is bigger and it works, and we're going to do things to you. This is brinksmanship. And I think that this is your typical gunboat diplomacy, which is you literally put a giant gunship off the coast of a country, you start blowing stuff up, and then you say, this is the United States of America. You have 24 hours to leave. So you're right. I mean, there is a reason to have the warships there, and that is for a demonstration of force. It's a gesture, which reinforces deterrence. Deterrence is really the foundation of everything. Wars are only fought because of miscalculations. And the point of doing a carrier strike group is to say, we have the assets, we're willing to use the assets, and if we do that, then you lose. There's no scenario where you win, it is over, so surrender or die. And that's where someone like Maduro in Venezuela says, all right, uncle, you can, you will, I guess I'll just take my deal and leave. So I think that's really the play there. I still think that there's going to be kinetic action. I think there's a good possibility of ground strikes. It will definitely escalate, but I don't think this is going to be some sort of full-scale.
Absolutely. Just to be clear, They had 2 aircraft carriers there. They pulled them out, put the Gerald Ford, the biggest and newest in, and they have 5 or 6 of the big amphibious Marine and Navy smaller carriers. But just technically, there's a lot of ships there.
Yeah, it's the biggest force posture in the Caribbean ever, I think is what they said.
I have a double box going on my other monitor here with the address to the nation waiting, because it just hit 9 p.m. That's one thing I was just checking on my phone there, too. So when that starts, I'll go immediately from this to that. So we'll watch the rest of this until that.
More warships that have ever been deployed in the Southern Command field of command than ever in the United States. So, and Trump has said that on True Social. So, I mean, you're certainly right. It's a massive force posture. And it's definitely going to be used for something military. I just don't think it'll be a full-scale ground invasion. That's just not enough assets, actually. I don't think they have enough personnel for something like that because the chain of command is dispersed. If they're going to do a kind of effects-based operation, they're going to go for command and control. You're talking about invading multiple cities. You're talking about jungle terrain, huge population.
It'd be another
more
Vietnam.
than 20,000 troops.
Terrible.
Or they have 12,000.
You need 20,000 administrators to take over Venezuela. It's the size of Texas.
Exactly. So that's not an invasion force, but I think there could be there's a possibility of kinetic strikes on the ground, even though there might not be an invasion.
I'm challenging all of you to support the
We're not going to fucking watch a methylene blue ad. Why do you put this? Is this going to be the rest of the video? That's crazy. Alex Jones put a methylene blue ad in the rest of it. That's actually insane. All right, let me get this ready for when we have the address to the nation. Let's see. Let's resize that. Hope everyone's enjoying the show so far, though. It's been a fun show so far, I think. A little bit rushed, but at the same time, you know, we have this possible war announcement that, not that we're excited about it, we definitely don't want to go to war, but at the same time, it could be just something else. This could be Trump just fluffing about the economy again. He could talk about anti-Semitism. He could fucking butt-fuck Bibi Netanyahu. He maybe fucking scissors with Miriam Adelson. I don't know. I mean, this could go any way right now. I'm in this with you guys. I have no fucking clue what's about to happen here. But that's been the show so far. We are going to do the reaction. I actually got through everything I wanted to get through, so that's awesome. But we're going to do the reaction to the address to the nation, and then after we will read all the comments from YouTube, Spotify, Rumble, all the platforms, and anybody who is in the live chat on our live platforms, I'll try and read out. Ooh, here we go. Holy shit.
And I'm fixing it. When I took office, inflation was the worst in 48 years, and some would say in the history of our country, which caused prices to be higher than ever before, making life unaffordable for millions and millions of Americans. This happened during a Democrat administration, and it's when we first began hearing the word affordability. Our border was open, and because of this, our country was being invaded by an army of 25 million people, many who came from prisons and jails, mental institutions, and insane asylums. They were drug dealers, gang members, and even 11,888 murderers, more than 50% of whom killed more than one person. This is what the Biden administration allowed to happen to our country, and it can never be allowed to happen again. We had men playing in women's sports, transgender for everybody, crime at record levels with law enforcement, and words such as that just absolutely forbidden. We had the worst trade deals ever made, and our country was laughed at from all over the world. But they're not laughing anymore. Over the past 11 months, we have brought more positive change to Washington than any administration in American history. There's never been anything like it, and I think most would agree. I was elected in a landslide, winning the popular vote and all 7 swing states and everything else, with a mandate to take on a sick and corrupt system that really just took the wealth from people and crushed the dreams of the American people. For the last 4 years, the United States was ruled by politicians who fought only for insiders, illegal aliens, career criminals, corporate lobbyists.
But now it's just politicians fighting for Israel.
Prisoners, terrorists, and above all, foreign nations, which took advantage of us at levels never seen before. They flooded your cities and towns with illegal aliens. They decimated your hard-earned savings. They indoctrinated your children with hate for America. They just released a level of violent felons that we had never seen to prey on innocent. They caused war. They caused mayhem. They caused a horrible situation all over the globe. But now You have a president who fights for the law-abiding, hardworking people of our country, the ones who make this nation run, who make this nation work. And after just 1 year, we have achieved more than anyone could have imagined. Starting on day one, I took immediate action to stop the invasion of our southern border. For the past 7
give him
months,
that.
0 illegal aliens have been allowed into our country, a feat
Positive.
which everyone said was absolutely impossible.
Based.
Do you remember when Joe Biden said that he needed Congress to pass legislation to help close the border? He was always blaming Congress and everyone else. As it turned out, we didn't need legislation. We just needed a new president. We inherited the worst border anywhere in the world, and we quickly turned it into the strongest border in the history of our country. In other words, in a few short months, we went from worst to best. We're deporting criminals, restoring safety to our most dangerous cities. Just take a look at Washington, D.C. It's at levels of safety that we've never seen before. And they decimated the bloodthirsty foreign drug cartels. We did that all by ourselves with our people, and we're so proud of it because they were poisoning and destroying our population. Drugs brought in by ocean and by sea are now down 94%. We have broken the grip of sinister woke radicals in our schools, and control over those schools is back now in the hands of our great and loving states where education belongs. After rebuilding the United States military in my first term, and with the addition we are adding right now, we have the most powerful military anywhere in the world, and it's not even close. I've restored American strength, settled 8 wars in 10 months, destroyed the Iran nuclear threat, and ended the war in Gaza, bringing for the first time in 3,000 years peace to the Middle East, and secured the release of the hostages, both living and dead.
They literally just bombed Gaza like 3 nights ago. Yeah, peace in the Middle East, guys. They're still bombing Lebanon.
Here at home, we're bringing our economy back from the brink of ruin. The last administration and their allies in Congress looted our treasury for trillions of dollars, driving up prices and everything at levels never seen before. I am bringing those high prices down and bringing them down very fast. Let's look at the facts. Under the Biden administration, car prices rose 22%, and in many states, 30% or more. Gasoline rose 30 to 50%. Hotel rates rose 37%. Airfares rose 31%. Now, under our leadership, they are all coming down and coming down fast. Democrat politicians also sent the cost of groceries soaring, but we are solving that too. The price of a Thanksgiving turkey was down 33% compared to the Biden last year. The price of eggs is down 82% since March, and everything else is falling rapidly. And it's not done yet, but boy, are we making progress. Nobody can believe what's going on. Here are just some of the efforts that we have underway. You will see in your wallets and bank accounts in the new year. After years of record-setting falling incomes, our policies are boosting take-home pay at a historic pace. Under Biden, real wages plummeted by $3,000. Under Trump, the typical factory worker has seen a wage increase of $1,300. For construction workers, it's $1,800. For miners, we're bringing back clean, beautiful coal. It's $3,300. And for the first time in years, wages are rising much faster than inflation. Remember that. The wages, just look at it. Wages are going up much faster than inflation. How big is that? Very importantly, there are more people working today than at any time in American history, and 100% of all jobs created since I took office have been in the private sector. Think of that. 100% of all jobs have been in the private sector rather than government, which is the only way to make a country powerful and great. This historic trend will continue. Already, I've secured a record-breaking $18 trillion of investment into the United States, which means jobs, wage increases, growth, factory openings, and far greater national security. Much of this success has been accomplished by tariffs. My favorite word, tariffs, which for many decades have been used successfully by other countries against us, but not anymore. Companies know that if they build in America, there are no tariffs, and that's why they're coming home to the USA in record numbers. They're building factories and plants at levels we haven't seen, AI, automobiles. We're doing what nobody thought was even possible, not even remotely possible. There has never, frankly, been anything like it. 1 year ago, our country was dead. We were absolutely dead. Our country was ready to fail, totally failed. Now, we're the hottest country anywhere in the world, and that's said by every single leader that I've spoken to over the last 5 months. Next year, you will also see the results of the largest tax cuts in American history that were really accomplished through our great, big, beautiful bill, perhaps the most sweeping legislation ever passed in Congress. We wrapped 12 different bills up into one beautiful bill. That includes no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security for our great seniors. Under these cuts, many families will be saving between $11,000 and $20,000 a year, and next spring is projected to be the largest tax refund season of all time. Because of tariffs, along with the just passed One Big Beautiful Bill, tonight I am also proud to announce that more than 1,450,000, think of this, 1,450,000 military service members will receive a special, we call Warrior Dividend before Christmas, a Warrior Dividend. In honor of our nation's founding in 1776, we are sending every soldier $1,776. Think of that.
Guys, you could pay half your rent this. I mean, that's cool. That's nice that they're doing that, but it's like, that should be a little bit more, right?
And the checks are already on the way. Nobody understood that one until about 30 minutes ago. We made a lot more money than anybody thought because of tariffs, and the bill helped us along. Nobody deserves it more than our military, and I say congratulations to everybody. And by the way, we now have record enlistment in our military, and last year we had among the worst recruitment numbers in our military's history. What a difference a year makes. In addition, I'm doing what no politician of either party has ever done, standing up to the special interests to dramatically reduce the price of prescription drugs. I negotiated directly with the drug companies and foreign nations, which were taking advantage of our country for many decades, to slash prices on drugs and pharmaceuticals by as much as 400, 500, and even 600%. In other words, your drug costs will be plummeting downward, and I used the threat of tariffs to get foreign countries who would never have done it to pay the cost of this giant dollar reduction. They stopped ripping us off, and it began as of 4 days ago. There has never been anything like this in the history of our country. Drugs have only gone up, but now they'll be going down by numbers never conceived possible. It's called Most Favored Nation, and no president has ever had the courage or ability to get this done until now. The first of these unprecedented price reductions will be available starting in January through a new website, TrumpRx.gov. And these big price cuts will greatly reduce the cost of health care. I'm also taking on the gigantic health insurance companies that have gotten rich on billions of dollars of money that should go directly to the people. The money should go to the people. That's you. So they can buy their own health insurance, which will give far better benefits at much lower costs. It will be far better health insurance.
So far, this is just a campaign speech. I mean, so far, this is literally just hyping himself up and over-promising on things he probably can't deliver on.
The current Unaffordable Care Act was created to make insurance companies rich. It was bad health care at much too high a cost, and you see that now in the steep increase in premiums being demanded by the Democrats, and they are demanding those increases, and it's their fault. It is not the Republicans' fault. It's the Democrats' fault. It's the Unaffordable Care Act, and everybody knew it. Again, I want the money to go directly to the people so you can buy your own health care. You'll get much better health care at a much lower price. The only losers will be insurance companies that have gotten rich and the Democrat Party, which is totally controlled by those same insurance companies. They will not be happy, but that's okay with me because you, the people, are finally going to be getting great health care at a lower cost. Another major focus is the cost of energy. For years, the radical left Democrats exploited the green energy scam as an excuse to funnel many billions of dollars into their own massive slush funds as their energy restrictions drastically drove up prices, and they drove them up at record levels. Electricity costs surged 30 to 100% under Biden, and the typical family lost $5,000 to $10,000 in higher energy costs. Think of that, $5,000 to $10,000 you lost. On day one, I declared a national energy emergency. Gasoline is now under $2.50 a gallon in much of the country. In some states, it, by the way, just hit $1.99 a gallon. And within the next 12 months, we will have opened 1,600 new electrical generating plants, a record, and it's a record that won't be beaten by practically, I would say, by anybody, or certainly not very soon. Prices on electricity and everything else will fall dramatically. The Democrat inflation disaster, again, the worst in the history of our country, also robbed millions of Americans of home ownership and indeed the American dream. The yearly cost of a typical new mortgage increased by $15,000 under Democrat rule. In 11 months, we've already gotten that annual cost down by $3,000, and it's coming down a lot lower. Wait till you see the...
It's going to come down the price of the mortgage because they want 50-year mortgages. So it's going to be, the payments are going to be smaller, but spread out over more time, and you're going to end up paying twice as much. You're going to pay for fucking 30 years before you even get equity in your house.
Numbers are going to be shocking. And I'll soon announce our next chairman of the Federal Reserve, someone who believes in lower interest rates by a lot, and mortgage payments will be coming down even further. Early the new year, and you will see this, in the new year I will announce some of the most aggressive housing reform plans in American history. A major factor in driving up housing costs was the colossal border invasion. We have never been invaded. This is the worst thing that, frankly, in my opinion, the worst thing that the Biden administration did to our country is the invasion at the border. The last administration and their allies in Congress brought in millions and millions of migrants and gave them taxpayer-funded housing while your rent and housing costs skyrocketed. Over 60% of growth in the rental market came from foreign migrants. At the same time, illegal aliens stole American jobs.
Partially true, but it also came from you allowing your buddies at BlackRock, Blackstone, Airbnb, all these big companies to buy up the single-family homes. Address that.
And flooded emergency rooms, getting free health care and education paid for by you, the American taxpayer. They also increased the cost of law enforcement by numbers so high that they are not even to be mentioned. For the first time in 50 years, we are now seeing reverse migration as migrants go back home, leaving more housing and more jobs for Americans. In the year before my election, all net creation of jobs was going to foreign migrants. Since I took office, 100% of all net job creation has gone to American-born citizens. 100%.
If that's true, that's
government
good.
Either serves the productive, patriotic, hardworking American citizen, or it serves those who break the laws, cheat the system, and seek power and profit at the expense of our nation. Look at Minnesota, where Somalians have taken over the economics of the state and have stolen billions and billions of dollars from Minnesota and indeed from the United States of America. And we're going to put an end to it. For so long as before my election, the vast majority of good and decent Americans were forced to watch as corrupt politicians plundered the halls of power, exploited our taxpayers, and pillaged every system that makes civilized society function. But not anymore, and you see that every day, not anymore. We're putting America first, and we are making America great again. Very simple. We are making America great again. Tonight, after 11 months, our border is secure. Inflation is stopped. Wages are up. Prices are down. Our nation is strong. America is respected, and our country is back, stronger than ever before. We're poised for an economic boom, the likes of which the world has never seen. Soon we will host the World Cup and the Olympics, both of which I got. But most importantly, we will celebrate the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. There could be no more fitting tribute to this epic milestone than to complete the comeback of America that began just 1 year ago. When the world looks at us next year, let them see a nation that is loyal to its citizens, faithful to its workers, confident to its identity, certain to its destiny, and the envy of the entire globe. We are respected again like we have never been respected before. To each and every one of you, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. God bless you all.
Is that the whole address? Wow, no war with Venezuela. Guys, we're not going to war. Hell yeah. Okay, let's go. That's cool. I think that was just a glorified campaign speech, if anything. I mean, I'll do some fact checking overnight. Because I know some of the things weren't true, some of them were, but on the things I'm not clear about, I want to double check on those before I report on those things. But not the worst speech by Trump, not what I was expecting or what most people were expecting. I mean, I think most people were expecting an announcement regarding the possible invasion or war with Venezuela, but maybe that's to come, or maybe it won't happen. Hopefully it doesn't happen. I don't think the United States should be involved in another regime change war, but I do think that was a good speech by Trump. I'm not really the biggest Trump guy nowadays. You guys know that for the most part. I think he's really sold us all. I think when he says, like, make America great again, he's making Israel great again. If you guys watched the beginning of the show, then you guys saw all the videos I showed of last night where Donald Trump was told he was the best Jewish president ever, even though he's a Christian, but now he's a Jew, apparently, where he was told by Miriam Adelson that he should do a third term, and she would give him another $250 million on top of the $250 million she already gave him, and she's the one who said she was Israel first. She's the one who's friends with the pedophile lawyer of Epstein, Donald Trump's old lawyer, the lawyer who represented OJ. So, I don't know. It doesn't seem like Donald Trump's head is really focused on America that much on his day-to-day activities, but then he comes and gives this campaign speech saying, yeah, guys, we're going to make America great again. It's never been better. Affordability, my rent's gone up. Health insurance goes up. I can't even afford health insurance. My car insurance has gone up. My car payments, everything is more expensive. Groceries are more expensive, and you're telling me that affordability is great right now? No, it's not. It's shit. Talk to Gen Z. Talk to the people who can't afford to get married, can't afford to have kids, and can't afford to buy homes. That is the American dream right there, to buy a home, to have a family. That is the American dream, and to have one person in the household be able to fund it all. But no, that doesn't exist anymore. The American dream has died, and it's died under Donald Trump. It's died over the last 15 years or so. Donald Trump's been in politics for 10, but it's really died over the last 10 years. It has gotten really bad. The affordability crisis in this country is fucked. People cannot buy homes, and he's like, immigrants are buying all the homes. And yes, I do agree. Too many foreign nationals are buying too many homes. Yes, that is a problem. But address the bigger problem. What's driving the pricing of housing up? What's driving the price of rent up? It is two things. One, it is corrupt landlords. That's a whole different topic for another day. But over everything, it is these big companies who are buying the single family homes. You're a single mom, you're a small family, you're a husband and wife and one kid, and you're trying to buy a starter home. You're not bidding against another family anymore. You're bidding against BlackRock, Blackstone, Airbnb. You're bidding against these S&P 500 companies who are trying to fuck you, have unlimited money and resources, and they can outbid you every time. And they will just buy the house, sell it back to themselves at a higher valuation, and then they will sell the house again, inflating the housing market. This is a problem we're actively dealing with right now. And I love tariffs, but the prices of groceries are up, and some of that is due to tariffs. And again, I'm cool with tariffs. I think they are good for the country, but I hate being sold a bill of bullshit. I hate being told that everything's affordable and that everything is going great, when realistically, you have generations struggling. Millennials have been fucked for a while. Gen Z is starting to really get fucked. Like, we're being raped and we can't stop it. Gen Alpha is being born into a country that doesn't give a shit about them, especially if they're white and Christian and men. They don't give a shit about them. The government doesn't give a shit about white Christian men. The media doesn't give a shit about white Christian men. And definitely they don't care about their affordability. They care about the affordability for black people. They care about the affordability for the poor people in this country. And not just the poor people, the poor minorities in this country. That's who they fucking care about. That's who the politicians pander to. Unless you're black, Jewish, or fucking gay, they don't give a shit about you. They don't give a shit about me, especially if you're a straight white Christian male. That's the least appealing thing to the media and the government and all these fucking people pandering, selling their souls, selling you a bill of bullshit every fucking day. So again, I think part of this speech was good, but at the same time, I'm sick and fucking tired of being lied to. I'm sick and fucking tired of having politicians yank at my fucking dick and tell me that everything's fine. No, it's not fine. I'm sick and tired of being pissed on and told it's rain. No, that's bullshit. This isn't a golden age. It's like a golden shower. We're being pissed on every fucking day. They do not give a shit about us, and it's so fucking clear. It's honestly never been more clear. Last night, the videos of Donald Trump standing at that Hanukkah celebration, which again, I don't have a problem with the Hanukkah celebration itself. What I have a problem with is the speeches that went around it. Him saying they're going to sue people over remarks that are deemed anti-Semitic. Like, what the fuck is that about? Him saying that, or Mark Levin little brothering him with his fucking arm around him saying, this guy is the first Jewish president. Like, what the fuck is that? What happened to the president who says, we love Jesus Christ, Christ is king? What happened to that Donald Trump? What happened to the Donald Trump in 2015 who actually had a fucking ball sack before he got neutered? What happened to that man? Where's Bibi Netanyahu holding that guy hostage? Who is this stunt double that is out here telling the American people that everything's okay when we're being fucking raped? We are rape victims, all of us. All of us. We are rape victims. We are being raped by Israel. We are being raped by our government. We are being raped by organized Jewry, the Jewish lobby. We are being raped by everybody in the media who doesn't give a shit about you if you're not a fucking gay, black Jew or whatever the fuck. I'm so fucking sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of being lied to. I'm sick and tired of these politicians pandering to everybody but us. And again, you don't have to pander to me, but at least give me something to look forward to. Give the American people, the founding stock of this fucking country, something to look forward to. My ancestors built New York City. My ancestors helped build all the greatest things in this fucking country. But I don't get any fucking favorability from the government. They don't give shit to anyone like me just because I'm white, just because I'm man, just because I'm straight, just because I'm Christian. Fuck that. I'm so fucking sick and tired of it. It's sickening to me. I'm really fucking sick and tired of this government. I'm sick and tired of this entire administration. The entire thing's a joke. Kash Patel's on his podcast tour. The Brown shooter is still at large. The guy who I was reporting on yesterday might not even be the fucking guy. We don't know what the fuck's going on there because the FBI's incompetent. They fucked up the Charlie Kirk assassination investigation. They fucked up the Epstein files to the point where they had to shut down the government because Thomas Massie and Ro Khanna came together in a bipartisan bill and were like, we're going to force them to do it because we have no other options. There's no transparency, even though they ran on the most transparent administration in history. What the fuck has been transparent about this? Did we find much else about JFK? Did we find a bunch else about RFK Sr.? Did we find anything else about anything? 9/11 files? Where the fuck are they? I'm fucking sick and tired of being lied to. I'm so sick and tired of being lied to for voting for a guy like this. One of my biggest regrets, again, I don't wish I voted for Kamala. Kamala's a despicable cunt, but Trump is honestly just an old bag of shit at this point. Trump is not doing anything, and sure, he gives a base comment here and there. Sure, he panders to people like us every now and then. He tweets out Somalia's trash, Ilhan Omar's a bitch, tweets out all this stuff trying to make us happy. What is it doing, though? Is it doing anything? You're apparently the first Jewish president to help bomb Iran, bury the Epstein files, not give a shit on transparency. Peace president, but we're about to go to war with Venezuela and Iran. We already bombed Iran. You haven't stopped one of the two major wars you said you were going to stop. You say, I've stopped 8 wars. Those were fucking nothing. And again, you say you've stopped Israel-Gaza, but did you really stop it? Last I saw, Israel bombed Gaza just the other day. Last I saw, war crimes are still being committed. Last I saw, you're still pushing the Israeli parliament to give Bibi Netanyahu a pardon, this war criminal. The majority of Americans want to see this guy locked up. The majority of Americans never want to hear Bibi Netanyahu's fucking name again or see his fucking ugly ass face. But you, Donald Trump, are saying, let's pardon him. I'm furious about this. I don't even know what to say anymore. It's like, can we just get one win? Can we get one win for the American people? Can we have one time, one president like JFK who is going to stand up for the young Americans, stand up for the American people, and stand up to Israel? But no, they're all too afraid to do that because what happened to JFK when he stood up to Israel? Israel was building a nuclear bomb with weapons with secrets they stole from the United States. JFK was like, yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen. Let me inspect the Dimona project. That's where the nuclear bomb was being built, in their Dimona facility. What happened 2 weeks later? JFK gets a fucking bullet in the head. So again, all the presidents, all the people in government, they're scared to speak out against Israel. And they're scared because Israel might fucking kill them. Because it's happened. So I'm fucking done at this point. I'm sick and fucking tired of this government. It's just, I don't know. I wish Donald Trump could just be honest with the American people for fucking once. Is that too much to ask for? Is it too much to ask for you not to fucking lie to us day in and day out? Again, I've just had it. I don't even know what else to say. I'm just, at this point, I'm probably just repeating myself, but that's going to be the end of the show. Hope you guys did enjoy. Sorry I crashed out there for a bit, but I'm just fucking sick and tired of it, and I'm sure you guys are too. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments, what you thought about his speech, what you guys think about what happened last night with Trump. Let me know what you guys think. I'm curious where all the viewers stand on this. I am going to read all the comments from last night's show. Let's get those pulled up for everybody real quick. But it's been a fucking hell of a day, guys. I mean, holy shit. Holy shit. All day I was anticipating that we were going to go to war with Venezuela. I was anticipating, and it's mainly because of Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson's video where he was like, yeah, that's what I heard. That's what they're telling me. And then War Monitor reported the same thing. They were like, yeah, Tucker might be right. We've heard the exact same thing. So maybe it's still in the works, and we're just not hearing about it today because they changed the script at the last second. Very possible. But I guess we'll find out on that. No need to speculate for no reason. Let's go into the comments, though. Thank you guys for tuning in. Before we get to the comments, remember to like, smash the follow button, leave a comment, let me know what you think about the show. All the comments are read at the end of each show. Remember to join our Telegram channel by scanning the code up in the corner. What am I missing? And thank you to all of our live viewers watching. We're doing live shows again. I like doing live shows. They're fun. Anything? Let me read the live chat comments first. Let's get to these. Someone goes, Tucker's just a humble podcaster. Yeah, I mean, that was fucking insane. Someone did a little Groiper emoji. Someone asked if they wanted me to bot my fucking chat account, and I told them to kill themselves. So maybe they do, maybe they don't. 50-50, right? Someone did another Groiper emoji. That's all I'll read. If any more pop in as I'm still going, I'll do them. But let's go on with these. These are our Spotify comments.
Hey dude, can you please get your audio equalizer figured out? Hands pressed together. Also, you should get into sludge metal. Good bands like Crowbar, I Hate God, Togue, and Down. God bless.
Let's get that fixed. Holy shit. Sorry about that if I blew any of your fucking eardrums out for a second there. Hey dude, can you please get your audio? Yeah, I had it fucked up there. Yeah, I'll work on that tonight. I'll have it set for tomorrow. Sorry about that. And I should get into sludge metal bands like Crowbar. I'm not going to say that one. That sounds blasphemous. Token Down. I'll check them out. Again, I like almost all music. I'll check it out. Thanks for your comment. You're always here in the comments.
So when in public we should not escalate, but at home it is fully safe to do so? I live in Texas and support capping a fool on my property, but with that logic Nick should move to a red state and stop being a victim who needs to pepper spray fat bitches.
Yeah, I do think you have more right to escalate things at your own home than you do in public. I don't think you should escalate things in public. I think you should de-escalate at all costs. And again, if you have to defend yourself, but you should de-escalate at all costs. And I kind of agree. Nick would probably be better suited in a red state, but at the same time, Nick wants to live near family. His family's in the area, so I'm not going to blame him for that. Who needs to pepper spray fat bitches? She probably was a fat, ugly bitch. I know Piers Morgan had her on the show to talk about how much of a victim she is. What a cunt. All right, let's go. Fidel left a comment. Fidel made me feel like a stupid goyim with this comment.
I went to the episode of Katie Miller and Kash Patel and his girlfriend, and in the beginning of the episode it says this episode was filmed before the Brown University shooting. Just calling for transparency here.
Yeah, that was... You know, if they filmed that before, whatever, I'm a stupid goyim. Who gives a shit? But thanks for letting me know. I appreciate it.
Bold strategy, Cotton.
Nice to see you back, Rogue. How you doing, Rogue? Miss you, buddy. Are you still writing the Book of Nickelodeons? I'm excited to read it.
I love you and Fiddle's interactions. You two have a love-hate relationship.
I don't hate anybody. I just think Fidel's retarded. But I like him. I think he's retarded though. But it's all love, buddy. It's all love. I don't hate you. It's all love.
I was hoping for another fight in the chats with Fidel LOL.
Yeah, you just want to see me. Fidel, if you want to scrap, that wasn't Fidel, but someone wants to see me and Fidel scrap. Fidel, let's, you're Orthodox Jew. You got some money, I'm sure. Maybe not. But you said you had money in one of your first comments. Put up some money for charity. I don't have money, but put up some money for charity. Me and you, we'll scrap it out. We'll do like a little boxing, MMA. I don't give a shit what you want to do. Any form of fighting. We'll do it for charity, though. We'll donate all the money. It'll be fun. We're not donating it to like a... We'll come to a middle ground on where we donate it. Because you're going to want to donate it to Israel. I'm going to want to donate it to something else. Like, I'd want to donate it to the America First Foundation. Let's figure out a middle ground between that. No Israel, no America First Foundation. But we'll find something. We'll do something fun there. Someone in the live chat just goes, yo, dude, I saw you stream Madden and you suck balls. Nice monologue after the speech. You killed it. First of all, I went 2-1. I should have went 3-0. But if you watch the replay, I got absolutely butt fucked by the AI on a bad call. But thanks for saying I killed it on the speech, though. Appreciate that. Let's see. Next comment.
Are you drunk? You sound like a drunk fool.
Yeah, I'm fucking wasted, you retard. Dude, kill yourself. Like, I don't even, like, kill yourself. Ugh, people are retarded.
Takes one to know one, dumbass. Torin 2182.
Dude, I mean, like, this kid has the... You're a kid. You have the worst... It takes one to know one. I know you did, but... like, come on. Like, chill. Like, you're just... like, you gotta learn how to insult better. Like, hop in a COD lobby for, like, an hour and start talking shit, and you'll learn how to talk shit back. Yeah, they'll really light you up there. That's a good way to warm you up, kid.
Yeah, he could have not opened the door or called the cops. The situation on was probably well past that point, as you can only call the cops a few times RS before they get mad. I'd say he was in the right if he had posted no trespassing signs, but if not, he should have handled it differently. I get why he did it, and it sucks he was punished beyond paying the phone.
Yeah, I don't even think you should have paid the phone. I just think at maximum, maybe that's the only argument you can make. But yeah, to my knowledge... what you're saying is right. Like he did call multiple times. There's even a body cam footage from right after it. Excuse me. Yeah, he was in the right. That cunt was in the wrong. Somehow he still got fucked.
So this show is just coattailing NJF?
You're just retarded. You watched one episode and you think you know everything. Shut the fuck up, retard. No one cares what you think.
Yay, funny stuff happens with bullets, right? Just like JFK, right? Common bro. Funny business with the autopsy is another coincidence, right? Common bro.
You're a retard. I mean, you're just a retard. I don't know what else to tell you. Yes, funny things do happen with bullets. If you've ever shot a fucking gun before, you know that. Bullets suck. And it's not every bullet sucks, but bullets do weird things. Bullets constantly shoot shit the bed. Bullets constantly fail. Bullets constantly do odd things. And again, yes, I think there's a bigger conspiracy to JFK. I think Israel killed him. I think it's pretty clear. I talked about it in this episode. But I don't think they're the same fucking thing. I think it's very different cases. And you're too stupid to fucking realize that. Get your head out of Candace's cunt and come back to reality.
Dude, you shouldn't believe things without there being evidence.
Don't make me agree with Christian, because Christian's just as dumb as Fidel sometimes. And again, I like you, Christian, but you're just sometimes ill-informed.
You speak of grifting, yet you two are grifting the grifter. What a crock. Get with the program. Yes, she's fucking around. Get with the message. Save yourself the embarrassment, grifter. Slow down, buddy. Don't give her too much credit. You just might like her. Stop the mudslinging as you introduce the grifter. Candace, save your wit. It belittles you. I feel you're intelligent. It's that machismo Anglo-American immature attitude. It trips you up, making you appear subpar. Is that all there is? Peace.
Peace. Fuck off. Like, and then we got the kid. The kid is coming to my defense.
STF, you dumbass. He's not a grifter.
Yeah, I mean, dude, if I was doing this for the money, I would be like, Israel's great, guy. Like, I would be talking about how great the bombing of Iran was. I'd be celebrating the Battle of Epstein. I would be Israel first if I was in this for the money. No, I took the hard route. Shut the fuck up, pussy. And yeah, you just sound schizophrenic. You just sound like a freak at a point. Here we go. Next comment.
Nick Fuentes is good cause he is so extreme he makes everyone else look good by comparison, and my wife is into Candace because no one can answer her questions. Face rolling on the floor laughing, face rolling on the floor laughing, and it's like a good detective drama. You guys are awesome, keep up the good work. Haven't been this invested in beef since the golden days of WWE.
I don't even know if it's beef. I think I'm just like I'm calling it like I see it. I don't take a side. Like, I used to be a big Republican, but then I came to the realization that America first is the only answer. You know, it's Democrats suck, Republicans suck, the GOP's trash. Democrats are trying to fucking steal our kids, and they're trying to invade our country and indoctrinate everybody. But it's like America first. Let's just get back to reality. Let's get back to the intentions of our founders. And yeah, that's all Candace is. She's a drama. I mean, she's a drama queen. Again, Candace stands.
There is a perfect example of how this movement fails. Nick Fuentes says Ian Carroll now thinks Charlie Kirk was electrocuted. Total bullshit. Ian Carroll put out a 10-minute video discussing that possibility, not taking a stand on it at all. Slow down the playback speed when you're watching people's videos and your comprehension level will actually go up. Grifting off of the supposed grifters. Don't get caught up in the same game. You'll be better for it, and I would love to see that.
Alright, first of all, if you think that me listening to things at 1.25x speed is me being low intelligence and it would help me, my comprehension level, you're retarded. It's just maybe you're not smart enough to listen to it at that fast a speed. Maybe I could just comprehend things faster than you can. And then here, I'll pull this up. Again, maybe in the video he was like, no, he wasn't. But like, you get what I'm saying? Like, clickbait headlines exist and whatever, like, that's a thing. But it's like, was Charlie electrocuted is literally what's on his fucking, on the thumbnail. That's where that comes from. So, like, obviously he wasn't fucking electrocuted. We all watched him get shot. We all watched it happen. We all watched it over and over and over and over. Like, I will never unsee that video. I watched him get shot. Someone I admired my entire life. I watched him get shot. Even if I disagreed with him, still admired the guy. I watched him get shot. So the fact that he even made that video is what he's calling out. And you got to see that. I'm not trying to shit on you, but, like, you got to be able to see those things.
TPUSA has lied, and that is a fact. What we want is to know why they lied. There is a very high speculation Israel has killed CK, but I'm not too sure. However, if they did, they had help.
No, there's a high speculation that a deranged leftist did. And again, like, show me your evidence that Israel did. DM it to me. And if it's credible, then I'll change fucking sides. I'll apologize tomorrow. I'll go kiss Candace Owens' ass. I'll rub her fucking feet. But no, that's not going to happen because there's no real evidence to show it. Even the plane theory, like all the plane theory, like people are debunking the planes every fucking day.
The main person who was proposing this theory has now retracted it, dude. It's over.
Yeah, Candace is backtracked.
Should we all just hop on Candace's Spotify and spam comment her telling her to STFU about this?
Apparently, Spotify has the 5 comment limit, so I don't think that's going to work for you. You could go try. I'm not going to tell you to do it, but you can go try.
Change that tie. Throw it away. And never wear another tie like that again.
When I saw that comment, I was like, what fucking tie is he talking about? I went back and watched the video. It was an ugly tie. So I'll give you that. It was an ugly tie. You're not wrong about that. I don't really wear that tie often.
I'm pretty certain Candace never specifically said Erica did it. She was alluding to some members of TPUSA being complicit. But primarily she is insinuating that Israel could be the perps. I'm a little surprised that you wouldn't be on board with yet another conspiracy involving Israel as the perps. Candace strings people along and you shit on people. I like both your shows because you both are being honest about what you both think, right or wrong.
I appreciate that last part, but I'm not involved. Like, I'm not someone who's like, let's hop on every conspiracy. Conspiracies are kind of dumb sometimes. You got to think about that. Conspiracies are conspiracies for a reason. Like, if there was evidence, we'd be able to prove a lot of these things. You know, like there's evidence showing that Israel killed JFK. There's legit evidence. There's evidence showing Israel was involved in 9/11. There's evidence showing that they intentionally attacked the USS Liberty. There's evidence showing they blackmailed Clinton with the Lewinsky tapes. There's evidence showing they knew Pollard was spying for a long time before we fucking knew. There's a lot of evidence to show these things, but there's not a lot of evidence in this case. So I'm not in, like, I don't want to just hop on a conspiracy for no fucking reason just to pile on Israel. Like, you have to realize that makes us look worse. Like, we are the Israel critical side of the right. So we criticize Israel for the things they do wrong. If we just start criticizing Israel for things that they possibly didn't do wrong and just blaming them for everything, that's just low IQ anti-Semitism at that point. That's just saying, like, okay, like, it's time to just really bury them. Like, no, we'll bury them through truth. Israel fucks up enough and is corrupt enough of a country that we don't need to make shit up. We don't need to, like, pile on to them with things that might not be true that make us look fucking stupid in the end if we're wrong. Candace is going to come out of this looking like an idiot. I promise you that. In a year, Candace will be looked at as an idiot for this. I am going to be looked at, maybe people are going to like it, maybe not, but I am the person who is just sticking to the truth. Whether the truth is Israel or the truth is Tyler Robinson, I'm sticking to the truth, and I'm not going to just start shilling for conspiracies.
That is true, but she had also said things that led her fans to harass Erica online.
And yeah, maybe she didn't directly say it was Erica, but like, again, this is the internet. If you speculate it, people are going to jump to that conclusion.
Candace lost her reputation and any respect she had. She's a complete fraud.
Yeah, I agree with this second comment.
Charlie
here.
would be so disappointed in her.
Charlie would be disappointed in Candace right now, for sure. 100%.
Wow, I can't tell if you're like a weird fetish guy, a typical grifter, or an evil commentator trying to create a crazy world. Maybe all three, but this channel should not exist.
I think you're just retarded. Just don't watch.
That the whole reason she couldn't go on the 15th was because she had a family event and her husband wouldn't let her go. Now she goes that day, but it's not live?
Exactly. Sold out.
Look, will be nice today, but don't believe everything Candy says. She is clearly a nut.
Yeah, I think she is.
Intro was hilarious, gotta admit it.
Yeah, it was. I will say, the Shabbat Shalom with the fucking little Jew music, that was funny. I'll give her that.
The way this guy says thank you, I love it. Ha ha ha, thank you.
Thank you. That right there, with the way I say it at the end of the show. Yeah, I extend it for some reason. I don't know why. It's just like a retard tick.
Also, just because James likes Fuentes doesn't mean he agrees with everything. I kind of like James, but I don't agree with everything he says. Women's voting rights, religion, immigration, but I now agree with him more on gun rights.
All right, at least I'm red pilling you on something. I agree with Nick on like 99% of points.
Another point, I don't agree with Fuentes at all, but that doesn't mean that Tucker should get cancelled for interviewing him. I used to think him getting cancelled was fair, but now realize that position was wrong.
What did you say? Sorry, I was reading something else. I don't agree with Fuentes at all, but that doesn't mean that Tucker should get canceled for interviewing him. I used to think him getting canceled was fair. Yeah, I mean, no one should get canceled unless they commit a sexual act against a child. You put an Instagram link for a video. Let's see what it is. Before I pop it up on the big screen, let's make sure it's not something fucking insane. It's just not loading. Alright, here we go. Let's pop it up on the screen. You said this is... Let's read what you said for... You said, this is the kind of stuff I don't agree with Nick on.
J.D. Vance's wife, a Jeet. What does that mean?
It's a slur for Indians.
Why would you use that?
Well, you want the honest answer?
Because you're a racist?
No.
What, because he made a fucking joke that you don't like? Again, like, jokes are jokes. You don't have to like his sense of humor to like the guy. I mean, that's just fucking stupid. And then this is why you don't like it. Here.
I am half Indian, so I find this very derogatory.
Alright, like, no offense, like, just get over it, though. Like, just, like, realize, like, you can't be soft. Like, I'm not the tallest guy. People make short jokes. If I got offended about it every fucking time, I would have killed myself a long time ago. You know, like, if you get offended when people make jokes about, like, you specifically or your group or whatever, it's like, I'm a Catholic. People make Catholic jokes all the time. Again, like, you just gotta not get offended. You just gotta have thicker skin. And someone says,
dude, I'm 0.0000000000000000001% black, so I also find it derogatory. Face with tears of joy.
I'm 0.0000001% a victim. Like, that's a good one right there.
I mean, it wasn't about intent. I don't think he actually meant it to be racist, but other people who are actually racist could interpret it that way.
Yeah, but you're never gonna be able to fix like real racism. What that is hatred, and hatred is going to exist. Demonic influence is going to exist no matter what. No matter what you want to try and censor or cancel or get rid of, you will always have people like that. And if they don't find it from him, they'll create it themselves, or they'll find it from someone else. You will never get rid of hatred in this world. You just won't. Like, that's just wishful thinking. So I get what you're saying, but at the same time, it's super unrealistic.
I don't think I'll ever be able to forgive her.
I mean, again, just for who gives a shit? And you said, did you get my DM? Yes, I got your DM. Someone said, if it's that one racist woke girl that you were talking about, then I hope James crushes her in the debate. Yeah, I reached out. I don't know if she'll ever debate me, but I reached out. I asked her if she'll do a debate on my show.
Charlie wasn't even a racist, lol. In fact, every time a racist came up to him during his college campus meetings, he told them to fuck off.
We got another Groiper in the chat. He just spammed a bunch of Groiper emojis. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Yeah, Charlie wasn't a racist. I don't even really think Nick Fuentes is a real racist. I just think it's like the same. It's like people call me racist, and it's like, am I racist? No, I don't hate anybody. I don't really have real prejudice. I just care about my safety and care about my country.
So Idek, why that racist woke girl said Charlie would deport you?
She was retarded, because it's her stupid way of arguing.
I had debate with one of my lid friends from Europe talk about a self-hating white person face with tears of joy. He literally thinks the Netherlands doesn't have a traditional culture.
Yeah, people think America doesn't even have a culture. Some of these I'm just going to read out loud. Someone said, who do you have winning on Saturday, Bears or Packers? Bears for sure. Fuck the Packers. And then here's the rest of your comments. And then Fidel asked another one.
What's your rating of DJTRN? And what could he do to improve in your eyes?
Out of 100, 50. 52. What could he do to improve? He could denounce the Israel lobby. He could break away from Bibi Netanyahu. He could stop bringing in legal immigrants. He could stop giving corporate tax cuts and give the Americans, the regular citizens, tax cuts. He could put more regulations on AI. He made a thing so states can't set their own regulations on AI. That's fucked up. Let's see, he could not do a regime change in Venezuela. He could have took the original deal that Marco Rubio and him turned down. He could take less money from Silicon Valley. He could have released the Epstein files. You know, a lot of different things. I don't think Donald Trump has really been successful.
What's your rating of DJTRN? And what could he do to improve in your eyes?
Yeah, I just answered that. Sorry about that. Fidel just asked let's see. Why the fuck is this being annoying? Why is it not letting me get this comment read? Holy shit. There we go. What the fuck, me? What the fuck is going on? Like, this is gonna... Fidel, if I crash out on you, it's because of this.
I have a random question. Is it possible that people can do something these days, for example, kill someone or kill many people by waking up in the morning because they're crazy or they were propagandized? They go and kill someone. Why does it have to be so many people behind it? Every single killing and mass shooting, it's like it could just be one person out of the ordinary, could be a lone wolf. Why does it always have to be something behind it?
Are you asking why they kill... Wait, what? I have a random question. Is it possible that people can do something these days, for example, in the morning because they're crazy or they were propagandized, and they go, why does it have to be so many people behind it every single time? It's like it could have just been one person. So you're asking it, like, why is it not just one person? Because these people are deranged and sick, and like it's almost like a weird fetish to a lot of these people. Like, if you ever watched the video of the Parkland shooter before, like, you could see it. He literally talks about how many he aims to get, and it's like a game. Like, they want to beat each other, they want to one up each other. It's like sick, deranged evil. That's what it is. It's good versus evil. It's not even left versus right in a lot of ways. It's good versus evil, and that's what it is. It's demonic influence in our world.
Of course I can be crazy, and since we live in a perfect world, obviously the only solution is it's some government pushing it or some organization, but definitely now a lone wolf.
Yeah, I rarely think. Occasionally they're lone wolves, but rarely do I ever believe it is. But sometimes it is.
Also, regarding same-sex couples adopting kids, I think that it's fine because we already have millions of kids waiting to be adopted. Better to be put in some home than no home.
No, that it's abuse to deprive a child of their mother like that. There's one more comment here, and then we're done.
The song Nick was listening to 1982, and it's by a singer called Joe Jackson. I think the song is Steppin' Out.
Nice. Oh, and the video that the female viewer we have shared? I don't know what you're speaking about specifically. Let's see if we have any YouTube comments before we sign off. Yeah, that seems to be everything. Okay, we're going to sign off for the day. Hope you guys have enjoyed the show. I enjoy doing the live shows. It's fun to be back doing them. But I want to remind everyone to like, smash the follow button, leave a comment, let me know what you think about the show. Let me know what you think about everything we showed today. We'll read all the comments at the end of tomorrow's show on Thursday. Hope you guys have a great night. Hope you guys have a great week. Please join our Telegram channel as well to stay updated on all things America First and America Unfiltered. I think that's everything. But with that, I'm going to sign off. Thank you guys. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Let's see. Thank you. And I will see you guys on Thursday.